Hey everyone, and welcome back to Milk's Minifigs. Today I have for you set 75311 Imperial Armored Marauder. This set released back in 2021 and contains 478 pieces. I got this set on eBay a couple years ago for about $45, which is a little more than it's worth right now, but I think it's a pretty good set. It has some underrated characters, and it also has a really awesome build that I'm going to get to show you later. But before we get to that, we have to do a
Milk's Minifig Review.
Up first we have SW1156 Grief Karga. Now you might think at first glance, this character only came in one set, so he must be pretty valuable. Well, the answer is he is not. He only appeared in one set, sure, but he appeared in 4 books, one being Star Wars Bounty Hunter, and the other being this one I cannot pronounce. Even though this figure isn't worth a lot, I still think the minifigure is super cool. I really enjoy the torso printing, and the leg printing matches so well, and I really like how the beard and the hair aren't the same color. And although I've never seen his other work, I'm really sad that Carl Weathers has passed away. He did great in this show, and I'm sure he did great in all of his other works. Up next is SW1157 Imperial Artillery Stormtrooper. This is the guy that everyone is after in this set. I want to bring some attention to that pauldron. That pauldron has been seen before. It comes in the colors red and white, but those are only really reserved for the First Order Stormtroopers. This is the only time we've ever seen the yellow on a Stormtrooper. And he has this kind of basic generic head, nothing too crazy about him, but the prints are really awesome. The yellow looks so good. It's one of my favorite Stormtroopers that they've made recently. And the helmet, along with all the other prints, just looks really good. This minifigure is one of the 2 reasons to pick up this set. 1 is for him, and 2 is for the build. Now this set also comes with 2 generic Stormtroopers. There is nothing exclusive about these guys, they just come in the set, they exist. But I do like how now the troopers have different head prints. It makes them all feel unique and more diverse, and I think that's a good thing. But in the set, these guys are pretty serviceable, nothing too crazy about them, just your average bad guy getting killed by the good guys.
Let's get building.
So you can see here that the build is split up into 4 bags. I like these graphics. They're pretty nice. So here's bag 1, and bag 1 is not very long. It only has 24 instructions. Okay, here's bag 2. You can see bag 1 in the background. Bag 2 is just really adding some of the detailing, kind of building up the ship to make it look a little more scary and gray. So here's bag number 3, and bag number 3 is where the build really starts to come together. In this bag, you're building a lot of the details of the ship, and you're also building the cockpit, which you can see right now. Okay, and finally we're on to bag 4, and bag 4 finishes up everything, obviously. We add all the doors, we add the side doors, we also add the back turret that a minifigure can sit in. We add a couple hatches on the roof for characters to get into, and we can't forget those little green studs you can shoot at people. So here is the completed Marauder, and to take words out of Doug DeMuro's playbook, let me show you its quirks and features. So starting at the back, you have this opening cockpit almost, and a figure can sit in here and swivel those turrets. It's kind of hard to swivel with the seat, but the top can work just fine. These boxes on the sides with the Imperial insignia are absolutely beautiful. They have great prints. The camera will not focus on them whatsoever, so don't even worry about that. These turrets on the side have a pretty wide range of motion. Those are pretty nice. And this hatch on the side kind of kept breaking off for me. I don't know if that was just me or if that was the build, but the other sides was fine. A minifigure can sit in here pretty well. Getting out is a different story, but whatever. On the front, this cockpit is great. It opens up and down, so a figure can be put in there very easily. Closes up and looks great. And here's a hatch. Overall, I think this build is absolutely fantastic. So here's the set in its entirety, and the question is, would I recommend this set to anyone? And I would say yes. Not only are the minifigures pretty good, but the build is fantastic, and that's not something I can say for many sets that have released recently. While the Stormtroopers are pretty bland, that Grief Karga and the Artillery Trooper are fantastic. And while the Grief Karga you can get for like $2 from just a book, that Artillery Trooper is going to run you between $11 and $15 used. He's pretty expensive, but I honestly would buy this set for just the build, which is also not very common. Overall, I give this set a 9 out of 10. I think it is almost flawless. If those other troopers were a little bit more unique, or had a gimmick or another speeder bike or something along with it, I think it might be more worth it. But I think this set is worth picking up now. Thanks for watching.